Everything is so beautiful and so peaceful. The birds are singing. The sun is just popping up over the trees and shining into this little woodland garden. Unfortunately, this beautiful space isn't mine. You see, my neighbor watches my videos, and when she saw part 1 of my secret woodland garden transformation, she was inspired to get cracking on her own woodland garden. Now, I haven't done anything else on my own secret garden because I've been so busy with planting vegetables and decluttering, so I was completely surprised when she invited me to come over and see what she had done so far. I love it. She's doing an amazing job, and I love the pops of color. I love all the little stone edging and the nice path. And she's just using things that she already had around the yard. So she's breaking up some hostas. They found some irises that had just kind of been thrown back into the woods, and they moved them over there. I love it. I love it. The little stepping stones are from her son's wedding. And her nature trail sign, let me get over here. This nature trail sign behind me, I hope you can see it, has been here for years because her son put it in back when he was younger, and the bench was already here. So she has the bones of an amazing little woodland garden here, and I am so excited to see her progress because it inspires me to get going on my own. So I'm gonna have to get some work done out there in the woodland garden, get some stuff done. Now, as you can see, I have a lot of clearing still to do. A lot has grown up in the areas where they didn't run the ground destroyer. So a lot to get done. But over here, still looking pretty good actually. I just need to get going on my plan and keep an eye on it so I don't get a whole bunch of stuff growing back up in here again. And so, I began the lengthy process of trying to clear out all of the underbrush that had started to grow up. The weather was absolutely gorgeous, and I decided to strike while the iron was hot, and I was super inspired by my neighbor's progress. I had 3 goals for this stage of the process. 1, I wanted to clear the path and the space that I had originally cleared a few years ago, and that my children had since used as a play area and destroyed it. 2, I needed to remove all of the small trees and the horrible vine that keeps trying to take over everything to leave a clear space for the plants that I wanted to let grow. And 3, there were a gazillion sticks that needed to be cleared out and moved over to the chipping pile to be chipped and used for mulch on the woodland path. I knew that I wouldn't be able to complete everything in one shot, but I was super inspired, so I just went for it and got to work. As I was working and enjoying the sunshine, I kept thinking about how our words and actions can inspire someone else. I had no idea that my first video about my woodland garden would have the effect that it did. First, I was surprised by how many viewers reached out to tell me that they too struggle with asking for help, and that my video had reminded them that it was okay to ask for help, and they needed to be more open and willing to accept help when it was offered. But I was even more surprised to discover that my neighbor also watches my videos and found that one particularly inspiring. I had no idea that she even watched my videos, let alone that my crazy idea would spark some creativity in her and inspire her to start her own woodland garden. I was completely stunned, and it really made me reflect on how the things that we say and do have far-reaching consequences that we might never be aware of. Well, I got a bunch done. Not done with everything I wanted to get done today, but this side looks so much better. And I'm gonna throw some seeds in there for some flowers, and I don't know, we'll see what happens. Should be fun. Now I'm off for my walk.
There's always someone watching everything we do. Now, in my case, I filmed it and put it out there on YouTube for the world to share. But I don't film every second of my days. I don't put everything out on the internet. As I've shared before, I only film on the good days. I try to be as authentic and honest about my successes and failures as I can be, hoping to encourage others in their lives and their faith. But this experience has reminded me that even when I'm not filming, and especially on the bad days, there's always someone watching me. My children, my husband, my family and friends, the driver who cuts me off in traffic. Each of them sees how I act and hears what I say, and they can either be inspired or they can be hurt.
My daughter just texted me. I have only 30 minutes and then I have to be ready to go and pick her up from whatever she's doing. Which means that I'm gonna try to squeeze in a few minutes out here in the Woodland garden and try to make a little more progress. Please excuse my clothing, my hair, my face, my general demeanor. It's a bad headache day and I'm hoping the fresh air is gonna do me a little good. I have got to move this giant pile of sticks that I've been making and move it up where I can run it through my chipper.
Every time I open my mouth, I have the opportunity to change the world, either for the better or for the worse.
That's not gonna work.
I can build others up and inspire them to greatness, or I can tear them down and destroy their joy. My words to my family and friends, and to the random people I encounter, can make a huge difference in their day or even in their lives. Think about it. How many times have we been hurt by something someone says in passing, and it just sticks with us forever, changing the way we think about ourselves? How often do those words become the playlist for our lives, playing endlessly in the background of our minds? How often do words said in anger or actions taken in selfishness have far-reaching consequences, way more than we ever expected? Those words and actions can never be taken back. Even when forgiven, the hurt can still remain behind, leaving a scar that can be torn open again at a later date. As I pulled and dug and sweated, I just kept thinking about how we may never discover how our actions or words have touched someone else's life in a crucial way. Had my neighbor not taken the time to reach out and share her excitement with me, I might never have known that my crazy dream had touched her life in that way, and that my words about accepting help had touched her heart. Thank you, my dear friend, for sharing your joy and your excitement with me, for it has definitely inspired me to get back to work on my own secret woodland garden.
Well, my 30 minutes are up. My stick pile is huge. I think that it looks much better, much clearer, and I found some really cool native plants. I'm proud of my half-hour work. Working back here in the woods this week has given me a lot of time to reflect. Listening to the birds and discovering the hidden beauty of the native plants that are buried under all this horrible vine has filled my heart with peace and given me time to reflect on the way that my words and actions become the hidden playlist in the background of someone else's life. I'm making a whole lot of progress here in the woodland garden this week, but I'm nowhere near finished, so I'm gonna get back to work. There's a whole section of vine that's still there. So I'm gonna get back to work and I'm gonna leave you here, but I really hope that you found today's video encouraging. If you did, please make sure to bop the like button and let YouTube know they should share this video with others. It's free for you and it really helps out the channel. I'm really looking forward to reading your comments. I can't wait to see what you think about the progress I've made and if maybe you've been inspired to start your own project of some kind. I'll see you next time. Bye. Nope. Nada. Oh man.